We are on our way to the moon. Let's get rid of our checklist for now. This is going to be the Kerbal 1. Oh my gosh. And the goal of this is to land on the moon. Probably won't be landing in this episode, but I'm thinking we're closing in, maybe seeing it next time. So I'm going to use the Mark II command pod that can hold 2 Kerbals and also looks very awesome because I now have the 1.875 meter heat shield, which can snugly fit under there. We'll also, while I'm thinking about it, put on some parachutes. We're going to put on these parachutes radially. You're not covering... Oh, I only got one. Why did I only get one? Because I'm hitting the wrong button. 2 times symmetry. There we go. Put them on radially. Oh, that does cover my flag. Oh, well. Can I get rid of the flag and then I'll stick a flag somewhere else? Where is it in all of this stuff? Isn't there somewhere where you can enable or disable the flag? Toggle flag. There we go. So no flag. Yeah, that should be good. So I'm going to build, and the reason why I'm putting on 2 rig because I'm saving this spot for the escape system. I'm putting an escape tower on there, like it's going to have this fella. There. Because especially when it's like that, oh, that's just beautiful. Okay, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Let's see. We need a decoupler. Tell me I have 1 point. I don't have the bigger decouplers. We're going to fake it. So I'm tired. I don't have big decouplers. That is so annoying. Oh, it'll do. Not happy, but it will do. Okay. So I'm going to build what I think is the simplest way to do a crewed moon mission, which is going to be a single vessel. I don't have docking ports and I don't have RCS, so the whole Apollo style thing flat out isn't going to do it. I don't have the parts for it. You know what? Just hang on a second. Let's save this. I notice I do have science. Let's see what I can dig up out of the science thing, because that little decoupler bugs me. I have 134 science. 137.4 science. Can I get... Oh, these are them. There's the bigger decouplers right there. That might be worth it. Just for bigger decouplers. Oh, there are my docking ports. Structural tubes. Lots of good stuff. These are airplane parts. That's RCS. That's a different thing. I don't have it. What's way down here? Oh, extra life support. They don't need that. Sorry, Kerbals, you don't need that. No, I'm going to grab this one. There we go. All right. Now we're going back in here. All right. Now I can lose this very, very ugly docking port, or decoupler, and get... Where is it? Ooh, what about this? Oh, that's pretty. Now I'm going to be at this all the time. Okay. And there's also... this one. That is 90 kilograms. That's 90 kilograms. They look exactly the same. And all have the same stats. Other than that is way cooler. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Okay. What I want to do, it needs to have... Let's start with using... I got lots of service module. The shroud off. This thing weighs a ton though. 150 kilograms. Like, you're way better off. Oh, this isn't that much lighter. I'll start with this and then we'll see where we go. Put on the interstage nodes. That gives you a nice sort of a thing there. What do we need in here? We're going to need a probe body because I honestly don't think I'm going to send up a pilot. We'll see. At least it'll give me the option as to not to send up a pilot. I now have the QB. The QB is nice and light. It has no extra SAS capabilities, I don't think. Remote pilot assisted. I know I'm going to put in the octo. I think the octo gives me, or the hex gives me more options. So we'll put in a hex probe core. We're going to put in the, of course, a KOS computer. And we're going to, oh, let's just put on some fuel and get a feel for how this is going to go. So I do have, let's arrange these by mass. Wow, that's a 2.5 meter tank. I do have some. Just want to get this approximately. Where's the Terrier? Good old Terrier engine. I do have the Poodle engine as well. So, my plan, let's just get into the plan for all this, because I said the Kerbal thing I don't have. I do have docking ports now, but I don't have RCS, so I can't do the Kerbal thing. What I think I'm going to do is build something that will land, and then under that have a stage that will be the transfer stage out to the moon, with the idea that that stage will run out of fuel during our descents, and then we'll ditch it, it'll crash into the moon, we land something like this, and then this thing's able to come back as well. Now, by my budget, this thing needs to have between 860 and 1660 meters per second at delta V, and this is already in the ballpark. I think we're already getting close to it. I think I might be already on the right track. We need reaction wheels in there. I now have the bigger reaction wheels. These are the big ones, right? Yep. Can stick those in there. Let's configure the probe. So configuring the probe, there's a surprising lack of science that these people are going to be able to do. They're going to be able to do a crew report. They'll be able to do EVA reports on the surface. I do now have the Don't I have this? The EVA. Oh, we do have some science. Where is the? Is it under cargo? This guy, the EVA experiments. Give him that. Should probably give it some extra cargo contain. Okay, okay. We're gonna need more space. We'll leave with that for now. How much space does that have? That has an extra 3 compartments. We'll put in an EVA kit. There's some space in the capsule too. Oh, I already put in an EVA kit, but I noticed playing around, it's really nice. Never fill these spaces right up. It's nice to always have an empty one so you can shuffle things around. And I do have the goo thing. Yes, okay. So I'm going to put this here. Actually, I might want 2 of these cargo containers. All right. Let's think, let's think. Can these go on? No, they can go radially. I think I want 2 of these cargo containers. I'm just seeing if it's a doable thing. Do I have small structural parts yet? Not really. I have big ass structural parts. Where can I put this? I want 2 of these and I'm just trying to find a good spot to put them. I'm not doing a very good job of finding a good spot to put them, is my issue. That's... I don't know, is that cheaty? Is that a little too glitchy? I might not care. Alright. We have 2 cargo containers now. Into the cargo containers, we're putting in some solar panels. The goo surface deploy McJob. The Provo Dobodyne McJob. The science and a repair kit. Won't let me do that way. That way. Okay. Oh my gosh, we want lights too, don't we? Of course we do. And we can take the repair kit out of here. Are these different? No, they're exact. Oh no, these are a little heavier, but there we go. Leave one space. I think that should work okay. Maybe another repair kit. All right, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Now, where am I at for Delta V? 1319. That should be okay. It's a little on the tall side, isn't it? Oh, a little on the tall side. What? Let's see here. I got. Again, looking at fuel cans. Fuel cans. Arranging them by mass. Now I don't have a good. I think. That. What's that for Delta V? See, if anything, that's a little bit on the big side. That should work. And where are my landing struts? What I might just do, take that out, take that out. Oh, it's going to be that way. Arr. Sorry, I'm just trying to get nodes where I need them to be. Okay. Trying to just get this thing to be shorter. Put this upside down. This is not working. I just need another probe body. Just hang on, bear with me. Oh, I do have the mark. No. We won't. We'll stay with. Oh no, they got to re-enter. Sorry. Hex. This is what I'm thinking about. All I'm trying to do is get all the bits that I had just now, but get it in there shorter. Oh, solar panels I'm going to need too. But I think I should be okay. Just want to try and get this to be as short as it can be. Where's the center mass on this? What I might just do. That off. That off. This off. Put the reaction wheels here. That there. I think that immediately looks better. Okay. But now 1339 meters per second at Delta V is great. Why did this come on? There we go. I think we might be getting into something that might work. Let's see. All right, let's configure this pod because I really do have to think about this. Crew report can go on waiting. Configure the pod. I got to think about life support. It absolutely needs to have a scrubber. I want it to have pressure control so that they don't have to wear the spacesuits all the way. I now have a water recycler. Wow, so I have a water recycler. I can recycle and waste water. That's, I think, unnecessary. I also have a monopropellant oxygen fuel cell. I think the pressure control is the better thing. Okay, we need to think about solar. I have killed my Rob DeVos says, have you killed your first Kerbal yet? And the answer is yes, I have, but not in space. Okay, let's see. Electricity. 1.87. And oh, I'm on electricity. What am I talking about? Here we go. We are consuming 0.1. We don't need a lot of electrical storage. It should be okay just with, or not, I'm sorry, a lot of electrical generation. What does it look like if I put, again, just OXATs? I do have better solar panels, but that honestly should do it. Just like that. It's a little bit, okay. It's going to be bad when they're on the surface, but they won't be spending a lot of time on the surface. And then some batteries. Right now, the electricity without generation will last for 1 hour and 49 minutes. But with adding batteries, now they got 2 hours worth of electricity. I want to make sure that if something, I want to get it up to about a day. So like if they end up coming back during a Kerbal eclipse or something like that, that they're able to handle that okay. Here, let's get to the big ones. They will now 3 hours worth of electricity. Symmetry. 4 hours and 21 minutes worth of electricity. Yeah, what about the fuel cell? It might not be entirely stupid. Can I configure this fuel cell to run off of other things? Right now it runs off of hydrogen and oxygen. Oh, I can change it to run out of monopropellant. Then you're going to need extra oxygen. Okay, I think that's not a bad idea. Let's take these off. Here. I'm going to stick this in here. One monopropellant fuel cell on that side. How much mass does the monopropellant fuel cell have? 50 kilograms. And this battery is 20 kilograms. Well, it'll balance it off enough, I suppose. So this is a monopropellant fuel cell. It'll run off of monopropellant and oxygen. There is monopropellant in here, correct? There is not. I have no monopropellant aboard. Am I missing something? No, I'm not. So I need to have some monopropellant aboard. So we will put on there. The default for this should be that it's off. Yep. And oxygen aboard. So according to this, I think I'm going to need to get out a calculator. There is enough monopropellant. It consumes 2.7 units of monopropellant per minute. And there are 15 units of monopropellant aboard. So there is enough monopropellant. Let's see here. 15 divided by Where is it? 0.27. And that gives me only 55, so an hour. God, I can only run it for an hour? That's not good. Okay, let's double that up. So that's 2 hours plus the batteries. I'm hoping that's going to be okay. So that should run it for about 2 hours for worth of monopropellant. How much oxygen do they require to run for 2 hours? That's 3,600 seconds times 2. 7,200 seconds times 2.553, which is the rate at which it consumes oxygen. That's about 1,800 units of extra oxygen I'd like to put on here. We do have small pressurized tanks. Let's just put one of them on here for now. Each of these holds 1,700 units of oxygen, so if I put it down to about 1020 and then double them, that should be the oxygen they need. Put them here. 2 of them. Alright. Okay, so that should take care of electricity. All in theory. We'll see how this goes. I'm still at 1267 meters per second at delta V, which I think is okay. I'm playing with textures now. Let's do that. These landing legs, I can tell, need to be lower down. Like that. Okay. So, let's go through the checklist. Make sure, I'm sure I'm missing things here. So fine print, there's no fine print, we're just gotta land moon control. We're doing okay, I think, for control. We can put this onto, one of these is for reliability. Redundancy is okay. Only one means of life support, that's the biggest issue. Control's not an issue. I've configured the probe. Oh, I'm in the dummy. Change checklist. I need to be in my crude craft checklist. There we go. Cabin space has been considered oxygen, water, and food. They have 5 days of food. I think I should give them a little bit more. It's typically a day out to the moon and a day back, so 2 days almost, but that's, I think, cutting things thin in case things go wrong. So I'm going to get the small life support box. I'm going to put it right here. And this has food and water in it. They now have 32 days of food and 25 days of water. 16 days of food. There's a lot of food in this thing. 10 days of food. We'll leave it with 10 days of food. 9 days of water. Okay, let's give them a little bit more water. 11 days of water. And then on the other side, I need to give them... Oh, I put... Shoot, I did double that. Silly. Only one. Get over 10 days for both of them. There we go. And for oxygen, I'm going to take these two off for now because I also want... They need oxygen to breathe. Grab a small pressurized tank, just one. Go to oxygen. They have 27 days of oxygen, which won't matter if they run out of water. So we'll bring this down to about 10 days too. There we go. 11 days, 5 hours worth of oxygen. And then we can put these two oxygen containers back on. And that's for running the fuel cell, which hopefully we'll never need. Okay, so that should take care of oxygen, water, food. Waste doesn't matter, we're just gonna dump that out the window. Radiation protection should be okay because we're not gonna spend that much time in space. Science, there's really not much for them to do. Oh, let's check these containers because I got a feeling they got messed up. Yeah, I thought so. So just checking storage here. Yeah. They need cargo. They need the EVA experiment kit. That's for the deployable stuff. They need a repair kit. And one more of these lights. So that takes care of science. Power generation I've looked at. Electrical storage I've looked at. Antenna strength. They don't have an antenna on here. They just need a single communitron. A single communitron 16. Try again. Okay, so that is communications. The antenna strength and speed will be fine. Data storage. How much data is generated by these experiments? That's a very good question, because all they're going to do are crew reports and EVA reports. If I go to Kerbalism Science, take a look at EVA reports. They're just 250 kilobytes worth of data. Crew reports is 200 kilobytes of data, and the EVA science experiments too. So really just, they got 6 megabytes of data, so they're fine. Oh, I guess they'll be taking surface samples. Very good point. They have 15 sample slots. That's not a problem. Okay, so that's not a problem. Data storage is fine. Propulsion, we should have some means of backup propulsion. I've gone through this before. They have a thrust to weight of 1. That'll be fine. But let's put on, seems to become my staple for backup propulsion, is a trio of ant engines. This trio of ant engines has a thrust to weight of 0.13. What's that on the moon? On the moon, that's a thrust to weight ratio, where is it here? A 0.79, so that's not even enough to get them off the surface of the moon. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, that's a thrust ratio of 1.18, so this could technically get them off the surface of the moon and get them on their way back to Kerbin. Did I completely botch my delta V, though, in doing that? That is the question. Let's change this body back to Kerbin. 1229, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine for if they're on this to do part of the landing and to get back. Okay, and these will be backup engines only. Okay, where are we at? Propulsion's good. RCS doesn't have it. Parachutes, they do have it. Thermal protection, we got that. Lights! Gotta have lights! So I'm gonna use these little spotlights here. Four-way symmetry. Is there a texture change they can make? Oh, that's not. I like the light. I like the white. That looks all right. Here, I got too many windows open. Let's close a lot of this stuff. There we go. Let's see if we can tweak them a little bit. So tuck them in a little bit more. Yeah, be likey. And then what we're going to do is on the action groups, on the gear action group, we'll toggle these lights. So that when we deploy the gear, when we're ready to land, these will come on, these will be landing lights. Okay, we also need to have like lights, like for looks, because it's got to look good. Six-way symmetry. How does that look? Is that... Yeah, none of them are crashing into anything. white. Make them, yeah, make them red. And we'll take some of these little spotlights. There's not a lot of room in here. This is really packed. I like it when it's packed, but not a lot of room. Upside. Can I put them on? Oh, I can put them up here. Okay. This is just to light up this sort of interior area. That should work, I think. They'll just be white. Just a light up in there. Okay. We need a blue light. I like the idea of putting a single blue light above here. That will be blue, and then of course the customary red and green lights. I'm thinking might just put 2 of them here. Okay, this light. Oh, I'm hitting that there. No, I think dark looks best. What do we got? That is the right side, so it should be green. And you know what? Let's put the blink on for those. And blink on, and then we will... Oh, I only got 1. Silly. There. So again, green, blinks on, half a second interval. Grab this one. Remove the symmetry. Exactly the same, except it's red. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Ladder to get down to the surface. Anybody in the chat saying that? We need a ladder to get down to the surface, man. You know, I'm not quite sure how they come out of this pond. I'm not that... Oh, that is not nearly long enough. I don't have the longer one. We'll test this on the surface of Kerbin and make sure it's going to work okay for us. Oh, I got 2 of them going. That's not good. Not sure if the Kerbals can make that transfer there or not. But we'll find out. It almost reaches the surface. Actually, what I could do... Just hang on a second. Let's take this off. Red light's in the way. If I use... Here. Restock comes with these really nice ladder bits that are longer. Like, they got really long ones too. These are great when you get stations and stuff, so they're not always just these little short ones. But I'm thinking maybe I can use that. That's what I'm thinking about. And again, I'm not sure if Kerbals can make that transition or not, but I just want something that they can get that will reach right down to the surface. Technically, you don't really need these because they could just use their EVA packs to fly about. That should be okay. I think that'll work. Test the surface science too. Yeah, at some point I need to test that surface science. That's very, very true. I always kind of mess up the surface science. I'm not that good at it. Forgetting what it is that the engineer needs to do and what the Kerbal needs to do. We are definitely going to upgrade this engine, considering that their lives depend on it. So that's lights, upgrade cargo we played with. Thrust to weight is okay. Not had to get into fairings or staging. So I think this is something, let's throw this away for now. This is what I'm planning on landing on the moon, right here. All we got to do is build a stage that can lift this thing. A stage that can get this thing to the moon and start the descent. And then this thing should be able to land and get back home. That's the plan. And then to build a booster that can lift it. It is going to be the biggest thing by far that I've built so far, but I think I should be okay. Worst comes to worst, what I can do is send this to the moon on a separate booster, put it in orbit, rendezvous with it with another vessel, and then they can just get in. But I'd rather not do that. I would rather not do that. So I think what I want to do, save it. Let's put it to a very quick little test. Bill's gonna go here. Let's put Bob in there. I just want to see if they can get in and out okay and get access to the gear and all of that kind of thing. So let's save this. Let's run the simulator on the launch pad. Okay. Oh, flight Kerbal engineer is getting in the way here. Shoot. Another thing that I need to get away. Yeah. There. Get rid of contracts for now. We'll deal with that later. Put the lights on, see how they look. Yeah. It's okay. Alright, let's see. Let's EVA Bob. Oh, they do come out in the middle. I was worried that the hatches are on the side here. Okay, Kenny Gillang. Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. Bob makes it look like it's nothing. Grab that. Go back up. No problemo. And then when it comes to the gear, I have no idea. Can you access these containers from inside, or do you have to go outside for them? This is why it's nice to have one free slot so you can do things like, whoops, you know, play musical parts. So like if I wanted to give Bob this, does it go from here? Oh yeah, it does. So we can shuffle all this stuff around inside here. So that should work out okay. Yeah, I learned that one. Leave one free open spot so that you can move things around the way you need them. Okay, let's end this simulation. That went all right. And then what I think I'm going to do, because I am looking at the stream time, is I think I'm going to put this build off until Thursday. I think I have something that I think should service me all right for getting at least from the surface of the moon and back to Kerbin again. What I need to do is get this thing to the surface of the moon.